Mic check, mic check. You hear
Yep.
me?
Turn it on, turn it off.
Did that stick this time? Looks like it. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to our on. So I'm not sure if I can show it there. Let's see.
Kim, that's Nebraska, right? Right.
Green. Yeah. Okay. So Jamie, when you have your managers setting up their teams, if they need to report the ranks, it's right there, right in line. So select your playlist. It's standard 3v3 and whatever they're doing. That data gets attached to their account like we've shown before, but it's inlined right there. If they are registering themselves, I don't think you have this, but if they had that, they could do it in this place with your stuff. But I think that's that roster management, since you deal with the coaches doing everything for reporting, updating the ranks, so they can come through. I need to show it on here in this area so they can see it, but that then will populate this area back here for you. It will show up right here. Is this not Rocket League?
No, it's Rocket League.
It is. I just don't have any. I don't have any. Oh, it's cookies test is on here. That's fine. It's like, what's going on?
Do you want me to add myself to that?
No, it's fine. I can just go to random other season.
Well, that's Mage Quit, not Rocket League.
I was like,
yeah.
It's like just epic fail right now. Okay. Don't worry, it's not going to save any of that data.
Cam, I'm just confirming you still have your issue, right?
Joel, go to 2v2 East and just pull up my team because I have the thing that you're looking for. 2v2 East. Type in evolve. Yep, right there.
There we go. Oh my goodness.
I was like, I know what you're looking for.
I'm looking for this right here. So this will pop up. And so the reporting that they provide will also influence this. I am working on unifying the rank data. So if you report it, it'll update this as well. And you can do some filtering. So stay tuned. We were walking through it with NECC a minute ago. And so they are excited to have that as well coming through. But that looks like the data will be a combination of API data, self-report data, and then any ranks you report there will also influence it as well. So that's this whole source right here. Look at Alex. Look at you go. Look at you.
I'm garbage.
Yeah, you're unranked on PC damage. Yep, we reported that.
I was gonna ask really quickly too, are the other games available for adding in the ranks? Because for us right now, we only have the ability to do it for League of Legends, Overwatch, and Rocket League, but we really, really, really want it for Fortnite and Valorant. Those are to be like a major two for us. Or is that still in the works?
Easy to add. I wasn't sure. I thought I did it for Valorant. We can double check.
Okay, I sent a screenshot of what we have now. I was kind of like putting in my own ranks too. That's why. So I was like trying to see where it was. But yeah.
Valorant should be available. Do you not have it over?
No, I sent you a screenshot or sent it into the chat of what games I can set my ranks for.
Okay, let's double check. Okay. Oh right, I need to get a playlist, not the format. That's wrong. Playlists are. Did I not copy the playlist in? I did not. Okay, hold on. Doubles. what were the playlists from here for Valorant? Just competitive. There's PC competitive and console competitive, if I'm not mistaken now. 2 different endpoints.
Yes.
Don't think there's an ID attached to these yet. I'll edit those and add them later. First of all. Let's talk. What was the other one? You had Fortnite as well? You said?
Yeah, Fortnite would be the other one.
What are the okay, so this one is interesting. What ranks can you get? What like playlists can you play?
For us,
And-
we usually just do build and no build for ranks. It doesn't really matter what platform you're on. So
Well-
that doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, for them, for the game themselves though, like they have where can you get differentiating ranks? Like are ranks combined between platforms, or do they have, or can you have a different rank for a console like Xbox Fortnite and a different rank for PC Fortnite, even though it's like the same account?
I would actually have no clue about that. I'm so sorry. I'm not the Fortnite person. So I just know we collect ranks.
Yeah, Fortnite ranks. I think I was trying to look this up and I could not figure it out.
Battle Royale supports cross progression between multiple platforms. So yes,
It is crossplay then?
Oh, it is crossplay. Yes.
Well, it is
cross-play and cross-platform are not the same.
Oh,
correct. Cross-play is in between consoles, so Xbox PC, right? Or no, Xbox PlayStation, that's cross-play. And cross-platform is PC to console. Is that the
No.
nuance?
No,
No.
cross-platform is just one system to another system. Doesn't matter Xbox, PC, whatever. Cross progression is I can play on my PC, take that same exact information, go to my Xbox and play, keep going.
Got it.
Man, it's so dark.
Okay, so all platforms can turn off crossplay. It works for ranked, though. It only works for ranked. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's
that means-
so if you don't want like if you're on console so you don't get queued up with PC players,
right.
you can actually turn that off so you only play against other console players.
Okay, and so then in Fortnite, when I get ranked, do I get a different rank for no build versus build, or is it the same rank on both?
Nope, they're two different rank playlists.
yes.
2 different rank plays. Is there one for duos and trios and solos and battle
Yes.
royale?
Yes.
So there's different ranks. So how many different ranks can I have in
Wait,
total?
is there
Yes.
for different solos, duos, and trios and everything?
Let me just pull up Fortnite real quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I know it's different for build and unbuild, or no builds, but I'm not sure about solos versus duos versus trios.
Yeah, this is why I stopped short of putting that in. 'Cause I was like,
Yeah, we love
"Ooh,
Fortnite.
don't
Yeah,
we?
of course I do not have Fortnite installed.
Does anyone
I
in
can
chat-
get back to you.
anyone in
I don't want
chat-
to take up everyone's time. That's why. So
Yeah, as soon as we figure out what that definitive list is going to be, so I need to know, like, PC. Do you a different rank on PC and console? It doesn't sound like it. Sound like that's unified. So all ranking is cross-platform. So regardless of whether you take the same account, same Epic account, and play on the PC or play on the Xbox, you're going to come in and play with the same rank. And then within the game, though, do you have one for build, no build, duos, trios, battle royale? Like, do you have different ranks there? I need to know the full matrix. That's what we're working towards. So if we get to that point, then I can put that in, even if we know one or two. But I need to have a definitive one, because otherwise people start putting in rank data, and then I need to adjust it later, and it's really annoying. So
yeah, I
trying
think
to-
I just opened up Fortnite. It is literally just battle royale, which is build and then no build, and that's it. So you could play with a trio, you could play by yourself. Doesn't matter. That rank goes up and down. The
okay,
same.
same ranked, but is it a different rank? It's different rank between 0 build or no build and battle royale.
Battle royale is build. So there's only two types. There's battle royale rank, and then there's your no build rank.
Okay.
Yes. We love Fortnite.
Okay. Let's do. Do they add an E to this? They do. Royale.
Welcome, Caleb. I think Kim had to go, but we can try to tackle her thing.
I love that I have gigabit fiber, but it still takes forever to download 64 gigs. What do you mean 65 megabytes per second is not fast enough?
Okay, so Valorant's there. You can select PC console now, and that should work. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, Gold 3. All the Radiance Immortals. Fortnite should appear in just a second.
Oh,
There's
perfect.
Fortnite Battle Royale. And looks like we have the right ranking in here. Bronze, silver, gold, platinums, diamonds, elite champion, unreal. Does that
Yep.
line up? Is that correct? Elite champion. Okay, great.
The last one would be Apex, but I could put a ticket in for that so someone else can take the stage. I feel so bad.
Oh, Apex ranking as well?
Yeah, that would be the last one.
I think I had the same question for Apex as well, which was the rank
Oh.
progression.
I think
yeah.
it's just one rank. I think.
I actually have Apex installed, so give me a second, I'll tell you.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Yeah, no, it's fair. So rank crossplay.
They have crossplay too,
Yes.
but I don't know if it's cross progression. Crossplay is relatively new. Yeah, cross progression is not currently enabled. So you would have a console ranking, you'd have a PC ranking.
That's progression. Is that ranking? That's your cosmetics.
Never played on console. So yeah.
Such as level, skins, and battle pass.
Geese, who are we bringing up next?
So I have Apex open. The ranked leagues is 3v3. Is trios.
So is it one rank or or do I need to do a PC trio and a console trio for your rank
I
input?
think it's one rank. I can confirm that tonight when I install Apex on my Xbox.
No stuff.
Everyone's like, the rank is in shambles. Yeah.
Yep.
No jokes. As in, didn't Apex just release a massive update and just completely nerf their game?
Kind of, yeah. It's a new map. They also added quads, which people don't really like either. I mean, there's a reason Fortnite doesn't do competitive squads anymore. But yeah.
There you go. Dakota said that each platform is separate.
For Apex?
Perfect. Thank you.
And now I don't have to install Apex on my Xbox.
Are we gonna call it PC trios in case they decide to? I
They
guess
used to have rank 2s, but they took it away. So there's PC trios and console trios.
okay. Console trios, PC trios. Okay.
Dakota, do
Alright.
you know if is it PC console separate or is it like Xbox separate from PlayStation?
I don't care. To me, the difference there is controller versus mouse keyboard.
Yeah.
But I mean, an Apex controller is OP, so you know.
It is, which is why all the pro leagues they have to use if they use controller, they have to turn off aim assist, I think. Or there's a thing where every team can only have one controller player. There was
No
a
way.
big thing about it like a year ago.
That's ridiculous.
Yep. Because it was literally cheat codes. Yeah,
I mean-
controller for Apex is OP.
I mean, I was at the Illinois finals, and all of them were playing with controllers on the PC, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, because it's literally they got it to a point where all you have to do is aim in the general direction and then pull the trigger of the fire and you get a kill. It was like no skill.
Yep.
There's no skill.
Insane. Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
Jamie.
Fortnite and Apex trios. I will be a rookie because I've played a total of 2 hours of that game.
Of Apex.
Yeah. I'm starting to like. I like watching it. It's pretty fun to watch. Of the battle royales, I enjoyed a lot more than Fortnite. So
I have a couple people that want me to run a circuit for it still, but it would be like the old way where it's a kill race in pub lobbies.
Hey guys,
Good.
Matt's been waiting for a while, and
Pubs. Let's go bring him up.
I didn't see a hand raise.
I'm assuming Kim had some stuff before she had to go.
I
You answered some.
Yep.
She was also having a hard time. Previously, he was trying to create a new team from the registration page. Did you answer that one?
Sorry, one more time. I was reading Apex stuff.
He said earlier, still not able to create a new team from the registration page.
Who was that?
It was Kim before she left. 408 in the chat.
There might be one issue. And I think I know what it is. And this was somebody brought this up earlier. I wonder if they're even seeing the school selection. So Kim was seeing this problem?
Yep. I'm not sure if this was something you were working on or not, but we are still not able to create a new team from the registration page. Was this something you were working on? We have to create a team and then register them.
Yeah, there's two ways. Credit Esports. So she wants to make new teams. Just double check here. Coach Ingram. There. I need to run a script. So let me run that here. Okay. She should have it now. So yeah, she was just missing the manage teams option there. So may have been missed in some of this stuff. It shouldn't have been, but maybe they just never had it set up. Maybe they just never had the admin permission, the old admin permission set toggled on, which is probably possible because we were giving a lot of power just to like super admin type stuff. So I will run a script and that should resolve the majority of that if that was an issue. I have another potential issue as well, where I don't think that box is appearing if it's a brand new school and no teams and you're expected to create your very first team in line. I think that this box isn't showing up. So I can double check that.
Mr. Wilhelm.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, buddy?
I got a question, and I think it's just I don't know the answer. If could I share my screen? That would probably be the easiest if you gave me perms to do that. So I want to know, like if once we have a team registered into a competition, some of the students just only show up under the add to roster part, like they're not actively showing up in the competition roster, and I can't figure out like why.
So like this particular instance right here.
Yeah. So like he's here on this roster, and he's marked as a player here
Yeah.
on the school roll.
Yep. He's marked as a player there too.
You have game connections on as a requirement.
No, that's why these are pending. Like I understand that, but down here, this gigabyte kid who only shows up under add to roster, he doesn't show up as confirmed or pending. Is that because he was added after the team registration happened?
Yes.
And if that's the case, how do I sync those without just going in and adding manually?
So this has been a debate internally for the last 2 days. I took off the sync team to this. We turned off
the competition roster syncing. Yep.
Yeah, it was the amount of logic and code was so massive, and we added it like I think midway last year or something to try and like help some of this stuff that you're experiencing again right now. But it was so fragile, and it was even in worse state now with the data changes. It was better to turn it off than to cause more problems.
Okay.
Especially as we're now seeing a lot of the programs are turning over into year 2, and so we have a lot of kids who should be retired from the school's rosters, or graduating or whatever, or moved out. So the syncing stuff was getting overwhelming for me, and the backend was causing a lot of CPU. So in this case right now, you just want to hit that plus all button. If you know that that's good to go over on the right side,
Yeah.
should bring them in. Wilhelm, in general, how many of your schools are you having to micromanage on behalf
All
of
of them? I don't know, 80% easily.
80%. So the coaches at the schools are just not interested in learning or doing it, or
they're fine until something goes wrong, right? Like in a case like this, he's like, okay, I set my team, I've registered, I've done everything I need to do, and then, oh wait, this kid doesn't show up. So like situations like this, we're not having to do 100% of the work, but whenever something happens that they don't expect,
They
then
won't. They
we're
just
having to go in and make
yeah. They
those
just
final changes and tweaks.
got it. They just throw their hands up. Yeah. Yeah, to Dakota's point, I think the new UI is going to make this a lot simpler, but we're not obviously, unfortunately, ready for the
Yeah.
complete handoff on that. So we do need to make sure you guys have that enabled.
Well, if the answer is just we have to remind coaches to go hit plus all, or we have to check, that's fine, right? I just want to know what the
Yeah,
workflow is for that. So
yeah. For right
it's
now,
not
you'll just have
the end of the world. That's fine.
okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Other than that, the biggest thing we keep hearing is what everybody else is hearing is removing players and deactivating players.
Yeah.
I answer that question about 40 times a day. So
and that is next up on the hit list tonight. So I will get that done tonight.
cool. But I mean, other than that, things are fine. So
Okay. Fact, that's awesome. Sorry, excuse me, language. Thank you. I need to hear a few like everything is
yeah,
settling down.
no, everything's fine. I mean, I keep bugging cookies with random little things. So I mean, I'm gonna keep doing that. But other than that, we're chugging
I'm
along.
almost. I almost have your. We have a solution to remove those accounts as well on the back end, so Alex will be able
Okay.
to deal with your
Cool.
misconnected accounts.
Yeah, I mean that's just
that-
the problem with shared PCs, right? Is a kid doesn't realize that a previous account is signed in the browser, and then it just goes. So
Yeah, that is a
Can we
problem.
fix that?
I can't. There used to be ways when you could send an OAuth request to be like, hey, force re-authenticate kind of stuff. So
Sure.
when you go over there, it'd be like, hey, is this actually you, or do you need to log out? And then they have to, but they've removed that in a lot of places. Now it just is like, oh, I see you're logged in, and we just move along. So it's really annoying.
But yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for all your work. We're pretty happy with the way things are currently. So
Okay. Yeah, well, we're here to please. I know it's been an unpleasant couple weeks, so I always feel bad whenever I cause this type of headache. But to like respond to Kurt and Dakota, yeah, deletion is not there, and I'll explain it, and you guys can then relay this message as we go. Deactivating. We'll start with teams. Deleting and deactivating teams. If a team has ever competed in a season, those stats mean something. That's what we're here for. We want to be the system of record and provide that legacy, data to your schools going forward. So the teams cannot be deleted because they have data associated with them. We will have a way to deactivate them, but we're actually going to automate this. When a team is no longer in a competitive season for like 30 days, they will automatically kind of archive themselves within a league. And so you'll be able to dig them out of like the different admin areas. So if you're the school admin, you'll be able to head into your settings area and go and be like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and revive this team. So we want to go play with it again. But otherwise it'll be pulled off of the main active area in the kind of the presentation UI. So you don't need to worry about deactivating your teams. That's going to go by itself. And then at like a core level, if that team is competing in multiple leagues, same premise. It will always be active if it's competing in multiple leagues. As soon as it's inactive and everywhere, then it'll automatically archive itself on the dashboard and hide itself. You can also manually archive it if it's not active in a league. But as soon as it's active, it's active. So we have a couple levels. That is going to happen this week as well. I'm in the final kind of logic of all that on the back end. And then the same will be true for that's how the teams are going to archive themselves. So you don't need to worry about deactivating your teams. The ones that aren't being used are just going to disappear. And then as far as players go, you're going to have a button in the management area to basically assign a state to your players. Are they removed? Do they get injured? Are they ineligible? Are they graduated, retired? Those types of states. So you'll be able to assign that, and then the presenting list will just show the active players. Basically, we'll probably show probably just focus on that. So the only time you'll ever to be able to delete a player from a team, because again, if the player has stats accumulating, they can't be deleted. The only time you'll be able to delete them is sometime in the future when I've consolidated and run a roll up on all the stats that we've been generating together collectively for the last couple of years. Once I've done that roll up, if a kid still has no stats on a team, then you can truly delete them from it. But that's the only case. Otherwise, they're just going to basically be retired going forward. So that button to retire or hide / indicate somebody graduated, that's coming tonight. True deletion will come probably in a couple months when I can find time to run our full roll up, which I'm excited to do. It's been on a huge wish list item for us that we're really excited about. But So that's the state of things. No deleting. Otherwise, I would just add them back in later. When I saw that they had stats for a team and they weren't on it anymore, I would just add them back in and say that they were removed. But I'll at least get that button in tonight. So
You see the message from Wilhelm?
let me bring in all players with the plus all button and brings them all in as staff. Oh, interesting. Okay, noted. I can do that. Plus all button brings them in. Okay, you'll notice that we've made some changes to the roles, team roles. So we've removed that whole. I can't share my screen again. It's like once I share it and stop, it doesn't let me do it again. Discord's update last week also broke everything.
Mac problems.
Mac problems. Discord doesn't even have an icon right now. It's an empty box on my Mac. They lost the icon. Yeah, so now it's more, you don't have to mark a player as active. You give them the player role. It's the equivalent of it now. And so we have relaxed some of the rules and requirements around playing on multiple teams for just right now, temporarily, while I get to rewrite that logic. So the player role is what indicates that somebody is actually playing for a team. If they're not playing for it, remove that role, give them the staff, production, whatever. But all of the UI and everything for like showing up on the match pages and reporting results and everything is all keyed off of that player role. So make sure you're giving it to them appropriately. So I'm not able to give someone admin permissions to someone's school, and I can't remove the previous staff permissions. Which school, Captain Awesome, is probably, I probably know what the issue is. They probably play in multiple leagues, so we didn't give you super admins over them. Texas Tech.
Yeah, that was what Jacob had a ticket open for.
So did they not have the NECC as a, yeah, they don't have NECC up there. Do we know much about this school?
Is it a me question or a him question?
Anyone's question. Is it staff led or is it student led?
He,
Student led, he says. Okay.
yeah. I wonder if that's a thing we should have a thing that labels it as student led or not.
Setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it's student led, then the leagues can manage it.
What I did for that other league earlier, Alex, I'm going to do it for ECC right now. I think it'll be easier right now to pull back on those permissions than to one at a time add them in. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's get in.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, Cookies, we're getting along well right now, aren't we? A lot of messages, a lot of tickets.
Slowly but surely.
One thing to note is, so I saw on the back end, it looks like our colleges are labeled with junior. I'm assuming that is to separate between 4-year and 2-year institutions.
That is correct.
I would suggest changing that from junior.
Okay. What would you like to?
If you can.
Let
Probably
me
be the best delineation.
see if that's in no impact change or not. Hold on.
Yeah, and it's not like you don't have to do it immediately or anything, but it is something that I know whenever you're looking at the 2-year space, the junior term is even not necessarily viewed favorably.
What would be, so the more acceptable terminology here would be 2-year?
2 years probably the best way to blanket it. You know, I think it's definitely more acceptable than running with junior, because outside of that, it's technical community colleges. So I don't know how you would include all of those outside of
I don't want to like separate it out too much. I do want to
Yeah.
make sure that we classify 2 years and 4 years differently.
Yeah.
Those
I would
those
just
have
I would just classify
meaningful.
it as 2-year.
Okay, so TWO or the number 2.
Whichever one, honestly. You could even do 2-year. I normally do 2-year because that's what you tend to see whenever people are referring to either 2-year or 4-year. But I know that might be weird for the system potentially. I don't know what system y'all are using, but I know it might just be best to use text or
Oh, it's just an enumerated value in my system, so I will have to like run a little batch update and run through the whole system and update everything. But it's
well, if it's gonna break anything, then don't do
no,
it. But
no, it won't.
okay.
It's not used in a lot of places. It's mostly just on like portal type stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if anybody on the back end, like I don't are members able to see it or not. I guess not. No one's brought it up yet, but I will note that it is going to be something that people would bring up eventually if they saw it and took notice. So
one quick thing, Alex, were you editing Texas Tech right there?
No,
Weird.
I don't have it open. Oh, Captain
Was
Awesome
somebody else?
did.
Hey,
Oh,
Joel.
I was like, what's going on? I looked back and it looks like you got the permissions, you immediately went at it. Okay, good to go. Scared me
Hey,
right
Joel.
there. Yeah.
I double checked this because I thought it was the case. If when you're starting a prospect search in Portal, we actually use 2-year college, 4-year college in that interface, even though that's not what we've called it behind the scenes. You can
Right.
just match.
Yeah, there's a few places where it's called junior though in the other interfaces. So I will move over to that system. That's fine. So
awesome. Yeah. Beyond that, I don't know if there's any. Obviously, we've sent in a lot of tickets. It looks like most of them have been resolved. I guess the weird thing, Cookies, with that one where the person didn't have the division selected, but it then created a team, that hasn't happened before. So is that a bug or is that something that it's supposed to kind of like a feature to where if you don't have a team that's eligible, then you can just click there, register with your group profile, and then it will create a team automatically? Because that's what it did for that institution.
I think
You used to have a toggle or a setting where it's like, where can people make teams? And I
right.
think you took it away.
I think
Yes, it is
that
gone.
yeah, I need to put it back.
Which, well, I mean, either way, it's fine. It's just, it was weird because they didn't even click make the team. It just auto made it.
Yeah, I need to put it in because you lock the divisions, right?
Yeah.
On the schools. Yeah.
Yeah. The only one we don't is the tier 3. They can have whatever division selected for their team for tier 3, but the tier 2 and tier 1 do have those locked.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Actually, so I don't need to I don't need to like put that creation flow restriction back in. What I need to do is it should present them that box to pick their school, and if the school doesn't meet those division requirements, conference division regional requirements for the season, then they can't create a team at that point.
Yeah, that would, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd probably fix it.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool.
Prevent team creation if school does not match CDRs. Okay. Yeah. I can put that one in. That's not too hard. Yeah, thanks for your patience. Keep the reports coming. Thank you though, because they do help. So
I'm
that way we
trying
know
to-
what you guys are experiencing and we can squash them faster. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to be whenever I'm getting them in, I try to, I'll get what they're sending into us directly to you, and then I'll try to think through it and try hopefully put it in a way that's easier to understand if I can. But
Yeah.
If they can, have them like add Loom as a Chrome extension and do a screen recording of them going through the process and getting the error, because then it actually helps me replicate it, so then I can be like, Joel, here's the problem, fix it.
I will see if I can do that. It might be a hard sell. since some of them are using institution computers. Downloading anything can be a little bit of a
It's just a
push.
Chrome extension, and it should still add.
Okay, yeah. If it on, we'll see. I'll see what I've already said it to a few of them, and I don't think they did it. So I think that will be our experience with most of them, probably.
Yeah.
So which is fine. You know, I understand. They'll send screenshots though, which is generally very useful.
Have you
Yeah, I
had?
mean, if they can't do it, they can't do it. But if
Is
I
your-
can get a video, it's better than images.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is your do you have active match play happening right now, or is that happening tomorrow?
We do. We have tier 3 going. Granted, we haven't had any teams complain about not being able to activate, deactivate. I think y'all pushed something through for that, right?
I did. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I think it worked. I think people were saying that it worked, and the other fixes for the rosters of removals and additions seemed to work. No one else has said anything on it.
Okay.
We
keep an
will
eye-
see.
Keep an eye on like the actual match play reporting scores and everything. So, just if you
Yeah.
see any oddities or see any bugs, let us know. Those will be simple fixes. I just need to catch them. So
No one said anything. We have had a few matches be played. No one said anything about those yet. So, but definitely be able. I think Rocket League is tomorrow. So,
and then if you had any more of those encrypted chat problems still popping up, or
no one said anything, and I don't know. So, since some people talked about it in the general chat for Discord for us, and we're just like, "Oh, I just refreshed and it fixed it."
okay,
So they might be doing that. We'll see if anybody else brings up that it's coming up encrypted. So far, it doesn't seem. And I checked myself on a few match pages, and it didn't pop up as encrypted.
okay, it might have been. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. It's still race condition, but I'm keeping an eye on it. I haven't been able to pin it down, so it's pretty rare for me. So it might be on slower computers, but for the most part, most esports players don't have slow computers. So
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, it's just the admins that are working from their laptops.
Yeah.
Sadly,
yeah.
that's whenever it gets rough. But
There is match chat available over on the dashboard area as well. It's tough to know exactly which one you're in. It's not fully done, but the core chat is actually available over there now. You're
Oh.
welcome to go take a peek at that as well. That's rough, but you should be able to figure out what's going on. Kind of.
Oh, something else. So it looks like I'm not able to make an institution inactive or active anymore. So I can't make their group profile active or inactive. And we have some new institutions joining.
I pulled that back. Yeah, as far as the institution level, I pulled that back for a moment while I was getting some stuff confusing. There was some confusion around what was being set where. So
Okay.
that'll roll back out soon. I have a fix
Okay.
on my PC. I just haven't rolled it out yet because
I'll
I'm
just
debating.
let you know if it causes. Right now, it doesn't seem to have caused any issues. I don't know how many of them are claiming their accounts yet. I know. I mean, we've had a pretty massive wave of new institutions though. So
That's awesome.
yes, fun stuff. Just a lot of work, but it's all great. We love it.
Yeah, I mean, August, September, it's like the month of hell for everybody, right? Onboarding and
Yeah.
registering is just chaos. So
Oh yeah, it's nonstop, which is always fun. Yeah, Caleb is one of our institutions. So yeah, they said refreshing the chat seemed to work to fix
Okay.
it. Have you seen Caleb? So I'll ask a question on that. Have you seen or have you been in any other new matches outside of that and it was automatically working, or did you have to then refresh to make it unencrypted if you have been in any of them? I don't know if I worded that well.
Yeah, I think I explained it to you, but for everyone else's knowledge, I encrypt all the messages on disk and in flight. So the browser is responsible for decrypting that message in real time. It's setting itself up for end-to-end encryption later on, but for the moment, it's not. It's stored in plain text, so we can search it on the server, because we do want to be able to search messages at the end of the day. So that's one of the reasons. But Some of the messages, some of the conversations will be end to end. Specifically, the portal conversations between prospects and recruiters. That's going to be E2E eventually. So a lot of this is setting the stage for that type of stuff. So
it looks like they haven't seen it in other matches, which
yeah,
is interesting. Okay. So it just happens randomly, kind of, maybe.
yeah, it's a race condition. So it's just a matter of if the browser decides to give it some CPU to get it done or not. So yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
Love it. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that's all the questions that I had for now. I mean, I haven't seen anything else pop up for us, and it is game/playtime or admin being off of their day job time. So
Yeah.
We'll see if we get anything else tonight, but it seems pretty calm at the moment.
Yep.
Awesome.
Captain Awesome, what's the best way to show starters versus subs? I wish I could share my screen.
Just leave and come back.
See if it sticks. Is it gonna stick?
Loading.
No.
Oh, because he has to close this cord and reopen it. That's annoying. Welcome back.
Come by.
Yay.
That's a really fun. Oh yeah. Fun. I haven't done it yet over here. I need to get that in place. You're basically going to be taking your team and ordering them just from top down. I know that some people don't like to be ranked 1 and 2 and 3 and they feel bad about that, but it's just going to be the nature of it. So for instance, if I was to take this team and go over to the new dashboard. Loading. Did I just type that one? Oh, yeah. I figured out why mine takes so long to load. It's because I'm a part of every league. So yeah. So if they were looking at like their black, red, white, this is really nice of them. They've gone through, but the players over here, they basically reorder them. So if they wanted Dusk back up there, drag them down. Yeah, wait, Dusk should be able to drag up to the 5th spot. There we go. Yeah, that's your bench there. I have a couple bugs that I need to work out. So obviously for Overwatch, we have this. And then if you have people who shouldn't be on there, we're going to have like an overflow area as well. So if it's like, if the season is like this one says you can only have, 3 bench, so 5 players, 3 bench, and you have way too many bench, it's going to give you a cutoff. And so you'll have to be able to pick up the ones that are actually going to get registered and throw them in. So there's some work to do in this area, which is why we haven't fully unlocked it. We've caught all the edge cases and it freaked me out. And so I've had to kind of re-explore some of the nuances of this and what we're going to head into here this weekend. So, but that's the future of that. This will be ordering it over here. Yeah, that will reflect on your end. The listing that you'll see on the roster panel will reflect that in the season registration area. And then also on the match pages, it'll be reflected there as well. So
We got about 4 minutes left.
yeah, and then I'd go back to work. Join code, it doesn't seem to be working. Which league, Kurt? Are you doing it through your MVEC or through the NECC? I hate this page on the NECC where it's loading all 50,000 schools. So that page needs to die.
He says, I believe it was joining Co through MVEC.
Oh, okay. Let's double check these invites here. Still loading those schools. I need to paginate that one. It's annoying. That's where I'm good control. They are set up correctly. You can try it. You're invited to join Co-College. I'll do my alternate account here with no permissions. Takes me to Co, and I should be on here somewhere. Yep. It looks like it's working. So that one in particular is working. So I think we're fine. Yeah, have them do it in front of you. Maybe if they're creating new accounts, that might be an issue there. Let's see. Create a new account. Oh, username that is in 0001. Yeah, well, that's works too. We're good there. Should be fine. So, new accounts and old ones. Hepcac, never discount the fact that some people just don't feel like following basic instructions or they can't read. Of course, now I can't remove those two players. Womp womp.
Oh,
I'll fix
wonder
that.
why.
'Cause now I got.
Maybe you could deactivate them.
Shut up.
Did you try turning it off and back on?
Yeah, exactly.